when the Madison Square Garden Company announced on Tuesday its intention to discard women's professional basketball from its portfolio. James L. Dolan, the company's chairman and chief executive, singled out the accolades of one employee during the Liberty's 21-year history. That person is not in the Liberty's Ring of Honor or on the current roster. Dolan, who also owns the Knicks and the Rangers, gave his lone personal thank you to Isiah Thomas, a close friend and perhaps the most controversial figure in team history. Dolan credited Thomas for leadership, bringing in more sponsor money and developing a team that has experienced a revitalization of late. Thomas's actual impact on the Liberty is debatable, his tenure polarizing and complicated. Before the 2015 season, the Liberty were in disarray. Dolan would say later that year that the team was a financial drain. In a highly scrutinized move, Dolan brought in Thomas as an advisor and later named him team president, a post that included an ownership stake in the Liberty. In October 2007, Thomas had been found liable in a sexual harassment case brought by a former Knicks executive when he coached that team from 2006 to 2008. There were initial criticisms and protests, and Thomas ultimately did not become an owner, but the Liberty became a perennial contender with him as president. They won 20 or more regular season games for 3 straight years. The team also was among the pioneers in American professional sports in protesting against gun violence, and racial and gender inequalities. In July 2016, players wore black t-shirts addressing the shooting deaths of black men by the police, and the fatal shooting of 5 Dallas police officers. In an interview in August, Thomas said that he prioritized fostering a united, vocally progressive locker room, the kind of environment that might have led players to speak out against the allegations that followed Thomas 10 years earlier. These type of discussions we have daily as a team and within our organization, Thomas said. They have the educational background and the life experiences to truly speak to them and articulate themselves in a way that most professional athletes can't. Speakers like Adila Shabazz, a daughter of Malcolm X, were brought in throughout the year to cultivate the Liberty's message. As the team found its voice and escaped its on-court doldrums, some fans, in interviews throughout last season, said that they had slowly embraced Thomas. Others still struggled with supporting someone whose past conflicted with their personal values. Thomas presented a public image supportive of issues important to many Liberty fans. Before the Liberty's game against the Indiana Fever on August 8, Thomas tweeted out a photo championing girl power standing next to the WNBA president, Lisa M. Borders, the former player Swin Cash, and Chelsea Clinton. The tweet ended with the hashtag #ShepAssist, in reference to a book Clinton wrote about influential women. Last season, Thomas joined the Liberty on a float in the New York Pride March and developed a partnership with Planned Parenthood. This is a fan base sometimes that necessarily doesn't have a voice in society, Thomas said.